Hey, what is up everyone? Coach Danny here. Today, I want to leave a shout out to one of my students from Mexico, Valentin. Him and his mom, God bless, for providing me these beautiful Cleto Reyes gloves. So this was a gift, so I want to say thank you, gracias amigo. And today, we're going to use this opportunity to teach technique using this right here. These gloves, how you use them on the heavy bag. Okay guys, so 3 things I want to discuss today is if you want to master how you work on the heavy bag, and notice I said working the heavy bag and not just punching the heavy bag. Punching the heavy bag, anybody can do. Go to a local sporting goods store, grab a heavy bag, hang it in your basement and just punch away, right? You just don't have any techniques and you just pounding the heavy bag for no apparent reason. Now today I want to discuss 3 different things that I see that I want to correct, okay? And the first thing, one of the most important ones, is going to be range. Let me give you an example. When I'm working the heavy bag, notice I mentioned working the heavy bag, not just recklessly punching the heavy bag. That's why I like to call it a heavy bag and not just a punching bag. So I want to be working the bag in the sense that I know what I'm doing on this punching bag. I'm paying attention to details, good form, having the punches, maybe working strategic stuff on my bag just as if this was an opponent. But more so is the range, okay? So one of the common mistakes is people don't understand ranges. They'll start to throw, let's say, we'll use the 1-2 for the purpose of this video. They'll throw the jab cross in this range. See how I can't even unfold my elbows right here, right? I'm crowded against my bag. This is not a proper distance to throw the jab cross, for example. So right here is a big no-no, all right? And the opposite of this would be I would be too far away, and now when I need to reach my bag, I have to overextend and my head leans forward. And in reality, in a real sparring session or a fight, that's gonna leave me wide open for a counter punch. So the good range, always start for this. If you're a beginner, extend your jab, and you should know this is the extent where I can't unfold my arm further, and this is the extension of my jab. Now this is where I should be placing my stance. My feet should be at this range. And now if I'm working the jab and across, this will be a proper distance to hit my heavy bag. All right, so once again, don't stay too crowded. And of course, if you're too far away, don't lean forward and overextend on your reach to hit the heavy bag, okay? So now, grab the distance of your extended jab and stay from here, all right? And now start working some punches from this distance. As you throw your jab, return back in a proper position, and the same thing with the right hand, come back into a proper position. Now, one more common mistake a lot of times people do is they don't understand where to hit the bag, right? So we'll use the 1-2 once again. They'll throw the jab in one place and the cross at another place, okay? Now I want to talk about precision. We want to work the accuracy of where we're going to hit the punch. So the best spot to hit somebody would be right here. We call this right on the button. That's your chin. So you want to visualize, and you can also place a piece of tape if you need to. That's what I did when I first started training. Place a small piece of tape right here, just a masking tape, and maybe 2 by 2 inches right here, make a little dot. And now always aim your punches at the exact spot where the chin would be, and rotate those punches exactly there. Now, as opposed to throwing a jab here and a cross here, now I have a good form, and I'll throw my jab cross exactly at the same spot. And that's going to precisely work the accuracy of my aim every time I shoot my punches. All right, so we're talking about just basic stuff here today, but important stuff, because now you can start to visualize what you're doing when you work and not punch the heavy bag. Now, one last thing I want to talk about for this video. There's so many things I could share, but I want to talk about another important one, and that is control. All right, and how do you control the heavy bag? You're punching the heavy bag. You're training on this tool, but you don't have the heavy bag train you, all right? So now, what you want to do is always control the heavy bag where it goes. So let me give you one good example of not having control on the bag is every time you're going to strike your heavy bag, if no one's holding the bag behind, of course it's going to start to sway, all right? Now, I don't want to just go and grab my bag and place it back in the middle and reset my position every time. All right, that is a very rookie mistake, and it's a no-no in my academy. I don't let my students do this. But we want to control the heavy bag. So there's two ways we're going to do this. Number one, once I throw my punches, I want to either move back and move in as I would be using footwork as if this was a real opponent. Moving in, out, or side to side with some angles. And the other way I'm going to control the bag is always controlling it with my jab. The jab is one of the most important weapons you'll have in boxing, simply because it doesn't require a lot of energy to throw out. You can just flick it out. You can just put it in the opponent's face, so have them react or close their eyes, block, parry, or slip, or evade. And it doesn't require a lot of energy to do, as opposed to a cross, for example. So as I'm throwing my punches, I'll just pop a short jab once again, just to place my bag into the center. So now I'm controlling the bag, right? As opposed to, if I were to throw here and I try to throw again, I'm very crowded. Just like lesson number 1 we talked about earlier in the video is, I don't want to throw my punches when I'm crowded like this. So control the bag. As the bag moves away, move with it, and then pop a jab or two to bring it back to the middle, okay? And the other thing you also want to do is, and this is a big mistake that people will do, is they'll push the bag. Always strike your bag. Don't shove your bag, okay? Striking the bag has good technique, has a good whip. Pushing the bag will do this to your bag. Some people do this. They hit the bag with a 1-2 and they push the bag away. This is very wrong, okay? People who are starting out in the sport usually do this, and I'm quick to correct them most of the time. But what we want to do is imagine your arms are like elastic bands. So as it snaps out, it snaps back into position. So here my jab comes right back. Same thing with a 1-2. And it comes right back into my position. As opposed to doing it recklessly like this and shoving my bag. See, I'm pushing the bag away. This would be wrong. It has zero power, guys. Zero effect. If you were to hit an opponent like this, it gives you zero benefits. So try to always work good form by bringing the hands back, always into a good position, all right? So this is the third thing I wanted to discuss is, don't shove your bag, control your bag. Control the distance of where it goes and have it into a position where if you can't control the bag, the least you can do is always move away from it. For example, I move to the side and then come back here and jab again, right? These are just basic tips to understand how to work the heavy bag. Okay, so guys, hope you enjoyed this content. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to this channel and leave a like. If you have anything you'd like to see, let me know, and I will catch you in the next heavy bag video. Take care.